Hello, everybody, and welcome into today's episode of the Top Cut Yu-Gi-Oh! Podcast. My name is Sunny. I'm here hosting with Caleb.
I'm always here, just sitting here.
Watching. Listening.
Waiting.
Always in the corner. So everybody turn to the left, check your back corner, say hi to Caleb. All right. What do we got going on today, buddy?
Well, first off, as far as quick play news, all I really got today is they announced the Magic Karibo accessories coming out in February.
That's something, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, it's cute. It's Karibo pretending to be Dark Magician. They got the binder, the portfolio, the mat, the play mat, the sleeves, and the deck box.
So that's going to be a card coming out in the next core set after Burst of Destiny, which is Battle of Chaos?
Yep.
Gotcha.
Yep.
And that's the one with all the Dark Magician support, right?
Oh, yeah. And that's actually about the time we're supposed to be getting that set.
That makes sense.
Theoretically.
Kind of like they're doing the alt art Masquerena in the Gold series.
Yeah.
And all the Masquerena portfolio and playmat and all that is coming out about that time.
Yeah, when we get El Dorado and get that.
Right, that makes sense.
Yep. So yeah, that's all we got.
Yeah, not a lot of quick play news.
Yeah.
What else we got?
Well, let's see. We also we have the results of this past weekend's Remote Duel Invitational.
Awesome.
Yeah,
that's what I love to hear.
We got most of the decks. We got all of top 8, and then
a few in top 16 also.
A few from top 16. So I sent you that link, so you should have it.
Right. So first place is Zodiac Tri-Brigade, piloted by Rehan Saeed. Is that right? Saeed?
That looks correct.
Yeah. So it's a pretty typical Zoo Brigade list. Your 3 Ashes, your Veilers, your Fractals, your only 2 Karas. I like 3, but 2 seems to be pretty much a standard. 3 Kits, 3 Nervals, 1 Rapier, and 1 Thoroughblade. So only main deck monster hand traps are Veiler and Ash Blossom. No of the
no nibs, no imperms,
no ghost bells.
No ghost bells.
Stuff like that. Your spell is pretty standard. 1 call by, 3 10 key, 3 desires, 1 barrage. Interesting that he's running 3 droplets in the main. I see a lot of people cutting this card. I've even found myself in situations where I'm like, yeah, this card just doesn't seem like it's gonna net me any advantage, considering just like he does, he also runs, his trap lineup is pretty standard also. 1 IO, 3 Imperm, 3 Strike, 2 Revolt. A lot of people like to run 3. Some people like to run 2. I like to run 3, but I always deck 1 out in side deck anyway, so I understand. But the 3 droplets is interesting to me because you already have so much monster negation with 3 Imperms and 3 Veilers that the 3 droplet kind of seems like overkill, but clearly something worked for him. Extra deck is literally the exact same extra deck that every Tri-Brigade player runs. 1 Access Code, 1 Double Dragon Lords, 1 Appaloosa, 1 Zeus, 1 Crossvolger, the Desperate Doom Eagle, 1 Almirage, 1 Bearbrom, 1 Ferjit, 1 Rugal, 2 Shureg, 2 Ferjit, 1 Rugal, 2 Shureg, 1 Borbo, 1 Chaganai, 1 Tiger Mortar. It's the solved extra deck for Tri-Brigade. There's no variation needed. If you're running Zodiac Tri-Brigade, this is your extra deck, card for card, every time. Side deck, 3 Lightning Storm, 2 Nibs, 1 Driver, 3 Gamma, 3 Judgment, 3 Twins. Pretty standard stuff. 2 Nibs is cool. 3 Lightning Storms makes sense because the deck does struggle against back row, and unlike Drytron and Prank Kids and things of that sort, you don't mind running Lightning Storm because you're not really afraid of IO necessarily, but you are afraid of something like Altergeist or something.
Something along those lines.
Or Striker, yeah.
Yeah.
So the Gamma package in the side is really interesting. 3 Judgment in the side is something that I love. I think in a deck like this, which is such a tempo-based deck, being able to, your opponent goes standby, Twin Twister, and tries to destroy your Revolt, you can Judgment and just blow them out.
Or if your opponent literally goes standby main, battle phase.
Yeah. It's just, it serves as a blowout. That's what it serves as. I mean, what most people don't realize is Pancratop murders the Tri-Brigade board. A single Pancratop's outs like the entire Tri-Brigade board. So all you really have to do is Judgment to summon a Pank, depending on your board state, obviously.
Oh yeah, obviously.
So, But I love the 3 Judgment in the side deck. As long as you don't leave him in going into game 3 if you're like 2 minutes from time. But other than that.
Oh, definitely. That's just a bad decision all around. Okay, so in second place, we have Virtual World by Sias Trochet, I believe is that way you pronounce that. Let's see, for hand traps, he's running an interesting hand trap lineup. He's got
that is interesting.
Double Ash Blossom, double Droll, double Phantasme, double Nibiru. The doubles. And double Infinite Impermanence, which is weird. I'm not used to seeing double of stuff.
Yeah, I think the concept is like... And it's just a theory of mine. I can't say for sure this is what it is. But I think the concept of this is probably like... Okay, if you're running 3 of one hand trap and 3 of another, right? Then that's 6 cards.
Yeah.
Whereas if you're running 2-2-2,
That's 3 different hand traps you could run.
Right. But like...
I mean, there is something to be said for that.
Yeah,
But then you're also lessening your capability of drawing the hand trap.
Right.
Because let's say... Let's just say for the sake of argument, just to make my argument clear. Let's say he started with 3 Ash, 3 Droll, and then took out one of each to fit in the 2 Phantasmes. Well, if he pulls a Phantasme, that could have been Droll or an Ash Blossom.
Right.
That's my issue with. That's my only issue with it. And it's definitely one of those things that people will probably be arguing about for all of eternity.
I think it's an interesting concept. I love the idea of splitting up those hand traps like that. I really do. I can't help but get that like itching feeling that just doesn't feel optimal, you know?
Yeah, exactly. That's my issue.
If you think back to when we first started in the game, though, that was really common. Like 2 Torrential, 2 Mirror Force, 2 Bottomless, 2, like
2, 2, 2, 2. Yeah.
Yeah, if you're running like 15 traps, you might run like 2 of like 6 different traps.
Yeah, but each one of those traps could all function together, and kind of do the same thing, and ultimately have the same purpose. Like Bottomless Trap Hole, a Torrent, and a Solemn Warning and Solemn Judgment could all stop your opponent from summoning.
Right.
Well, it didn't stop them, but you know what I mean. It did something as compared to. Well, no, this would be very similar, very in the same similar vein.
I guess in those instances, a lot of those cards are not once per turn, and a lot of these cards are.
Yeah.
But if anything, that's just more case to only run 2s rather than 3s.
Which is a very valid point. Again, it's one of those things that can be argued to death.
Plus, I've noticed that the Virtual World deck is really, really bricky.
That's a good point. That gives them more. So that way, even if they open 2 of
right, like if they instead of opening 2 Ash Blossoms, they might open like 1 Ash, 1 Droll, or 1 Ash, 1 Nib, or
something
Droll,
like that. Okay,
Phantasme.
yeah. It makes it less bricky opening multiple hand traps because you can activate all of them.
Right.
Again, which is fair. Next up is more Spice. He ran 1 Speedroid Takatomborg and a Terratop.
Yeah, I thought for a second there, I thought you were like going to the next list, and I was like, "Whoa, we got to talk about the roids."
No. Yeah, the two Speedroids. Which is a great rank 3 engine.
Oh yeah.
Me kind of glancing down. He's got number 75 in his extra deck.
Yeah, which is just a spectacular off the cuff, what you call it. Plus, the other thing though that really works here is that they're both level 3, and so if you can put something like just like normal summon Lulu,
that's
on board.
That's a level 6 synchro.
No, it's just level 9 synchro.
Yeah, level 9. Yeah, well, actually, level 6 or 9, but he also runs Phantom Knights of Breaksword. Which I don't know why he's running Phantom Knight of Breaksword.
Let me look. Hold on.
I don't know what that ultimately nets him.
It's got to be something, right?
There it is. He uses it to make Utopia Beyond, maybe? No, he doesn't. But he doesn't... We're not at the extra deck part yet. Then he's got 2 Nyan Nyan, 3 Lili, 3 Lulu, 3 Lao Lao, and 3 Gigi. Which, as far as I know, is pretty bog standard.
Yeah, for sure.
For spells, he's got a Called by the Grave, 3 Desires, 2 TTT, Triple Tax's Talents, 3 Qualoon, and 3 Quinglong. For traps, 2 Imperm, 2 Chu-Chi, 1 Zhanwu. Now for the extra deck. He's got a Ptolemy M7, which is neat.
I think... Yeah, the Ptolemy M7 has become pretty standard. I think...
Oh yeah, which is real easy to hit in this deck. He's got the Coral Dragon. He's got the Crystal Wing Synchro. He has the Ultimaya Zulkin. He's also running the Gaia Dragoon. So what I'm thinking he's doing...
No, Gaia Dragoon. I know what you're gonna say. It's got to go on a 6 or a 7 or a 5 or 6.
Yeah. So what I'm thinking he's doing is like after he spends. Okay, so like let's say he has the Ptolemy M7, detaches 1 for its effect.
Right.
Attacks with it. Main phase 2, Gaia Dragoon. And well, no, because then that'd make it a 3 material Zeus.
The thing is, a lot of times you don't need to use the effect of Ptolemy M7.
Oh, that's fair. So then, or what is this dude called? No, Utopia Beyond. So then you overlay. So then that's 3 materials. Overlay the Gaia Dragoon on top for 4 into a Zeus to make the a 4 material Zeus, which is pretty good. Let's see.
The fact that you have the ability to make the format Zeus is just broken, and then the Brave Sword can be removal.
Yeah,
spot removal.
He also has number 75, Bamboozling Gossip Shadow.
Hand trap protection. That's pretty standard in those.
Oh yeah, exactly. Let's see. Scarlight Red Dragon Archfiend.
Burn your opponent for a game.
Yeah, exactly. That I think that's for. Oh no, we're in time. I need to burn. That's
exactly what it's for.
Yeah. Stardust Charge Warrior, Vermilion Dragon Mech. 1
standard,
1 Jui, 1 Shin, and 1 Fan. For his side deck, he's got 2 Cycle Readers, 2 Lancia, the 3rd Ash Blossom.
Oh my god, this dude.
Oh, hold on.
Oh wow, it gets better.
3 Dark Ruler, the 3rd Droll,
this
2
dude.
Ghost Spells, 1 Imperial Order, and triple Twin Twister. So a lot of the so for Ghost Spell and not Ghost Spell for Action Droll, he's got the 3rd. So if he comes into a situation where I know I need the 3rd over the Phantasmace, he can take out the Phantasmace to put the 3rd one in.
Or he can do the same thing with the Cycle Readers and the Lancias. He can cut 2 of the hand traps that he has and just go into 2 different ones. It makes side decking so easy. It's so fast and easy. Get back into the gameplay. That's smart.
Real like especially if your opponent's sitting there side decking, not paying attention to you side decking. You side deck out real quick, and you're already sitting there waiting on them.
Okay, I don't care what anybody says. There will always be a little bit of pressure. Okay, there's like a little bit of pressure. Like, oh man, they're done. I better hurry up, and maybe they do something suboptimal.
Another thing is that at that point they don't get, since you finished first. If your opponent looks up to you and you're already done, they don't get the knowledge of how many cards you sided.
You're right. I mean, how many you side is not public knowledge.
Yeah, exactly. So they don't see you side.
Yeah. I mean,
unless you do what I do.
Just shuffle your whole side deck in and pull 15 cards out.
Bingo.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. That's a cool trick to take with you into events. It really messes with people's heads because like if you side deck like 8, 10, 12, they're like, oh man. But if you just shuffle your whole side deck into your deck and then turn around and pull out 15 cards. And what's crazy is it really makes you think when you're going through your deck. You're like, okay, wow, what 15 cards do I really just not need?
Yep. I mean, there was one time where I literally did that and just pulled out my entire side deck again.
I mean, it'd be like that sometimes.
I didn't side anything.
Yeah.
But it made my opponent side in anti-side stuff.
Right.
And it forced him to play suboptimally, which was really good for me in that situation. And then 3rd and 4th were both Zodiac Tri-Brigade.
Turns out the deck's pretty good.
Yep. Like, of top 16, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 Zodiac Tri-Brigades.
And we're missing like 5 lists.
Yeah, we're missing several lists.
So, this, the first top 4 one, I mean, he's not doing anything interesting. The only thing different that he's doing is he's main decking 2 Phantasme. He's only on 2 Droplet instead of 3. and he's on 2 imperm, 2 strike, and 3 revolt. Other than that, like, all the cards are the same.
Yeah, I imagine I imagine that a lot of the Zodiac Tri-Brigade decks are going to be very, very
And the extra
similar.
deck is card for card the same.
Again,
It's solved.
Yeah, as you said, it's solved. There's really,
Like, as terrible as that sounds, like, there's no changes that need to be made into the Zodiac Tri-Brigade extra deck. It's just done. It's solved. It's perfect. You can mess with main deck ratios all you want, but that side deck is perfect.
Oh yeah, like unless they come out with some new stuff, and even then, it'd be rough.
Unless you'd need like a second Tri-Brigade Link 3, and even then it would have to have a better effect than Hrossvogr, because otherwise you're gonna end up cutting Rugal instead of Hrossvogr.
Exactly.
So, side deck, you have 3 Contact C, 3 Droll, 3 Nib, 3 Judgment, 3 Twisters. The 3 Contact C is always an interesting thing to see. It's not terrible, but I don't know.
I mean, it ultimately depends on what deck you're going up against.
Yeah, but I don't know. Contact C seems just, I don't know. I guess it could be good. It shuts down certain decks. Ooh, how would your Madolches do against Contact C?
We don't care. I would literally look at you and just go, okay, and make a Nightmare Unicorn.
Oh, that's true, because you don't lock you lock yourself into Madolches.
At that point, it would depend on when they do it.
It would have to do it after the Petting Zest.
Yeah, which even then, I think I can make the Link 2 with just any 2 Earth monsters.
That would be broken.
No, it's 2 Madolches.
Oh yeah, you're done for. That ends your whole turn. Ends your whole career.
Yeah. If it was level 5 though, I could just make Chocolate mode with it.
Oh, that's true.
But
so 3 Contact C is interesting. I guess it does handle Rogue pretty well, but Ash Blossom does that. 3 Droll is there for combo. 3 Nib is for combo. 3 Judgment is, like we were talking about earlier, for finishing games, and 3 Twins is for clearing the back row, which this deck does struggle against. The next Zodiac Tri-Brigade list, the other top 4 list. Okay, so this deck is a bit interesting. Actually, this deck is really interesting.
I mean, you're the Tri-Brigade expert.
What the world is this? Okay, so he's on. So this deck is really interesting. First of all, the main deck is 43 cards. 3 Ash, of course. He's on the Gamma package, which is needed because he's running 2 Rescue Cat. Now, the Zodiac package is really interesting because he's running 1 Rapier, 1 Thoroughblade. That's the whole Zodiac package. Of course, he's running the 3 in the side deck, in the extra deck also. But, oh my goodness, he did it. The Mad Lad did it. He did the thing that I was thinking about doing. I'm so happy. Okay, so
I'll let you rant about this.
Okay, no, I'm so excited. This is the exact... this is proof of concept. This is the exact concept that I played around with for like 3 weeks before settling on either Rescue Cat build or Zodiac build. The issue is, it's too tight. I'm on 42 cards and I'm on pure Zoo.
Mm-hmm.
If you're on Rescue Cat, you have to main deck a Gamma package. There's no other way to do it. So to see him running 2 Rescue Cats and the Gamma package and 2 Zoos, along with a full Tri-Brigade package, and still have room in the main for 2 Droplets, a Feather Duster, a Triple Tactic, 1 Talent. I was even only running 1 Talent in my list. Oh, this is just my list from a month ago. Oh,
you're running
goodness.
Pero Cerberus?
Okay, I wasn't running Pero. Okay, I was getting there. Okay, he's running Pero Cerberus. This is really weird. Here's the effect. It was a common from, Structure Deck Shadal Showdown. Yep. Only printing. Is that the only printing? No, so I'm sure it's got more.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's got more.
If you take damage by battle or by an opponent's card effect, while this card is in the graveyard, you can banish this card from your graveyard, then target 1 card on the field and destroy it. I have no idea why he's... Oh my goodness, it's a level 3 beast. Say no more. So he's literally running it for Rescue Cat fodder.
Oh.
But if you're going to do that, why not just run a 3rd Karis?
Well, I mean, because then I guess if your opponent attacks you directly and is about to go for game, you activate
pop one.
You can pop 1. That's the only thing I can think of.
But why not run Kalantosa and have synchro plays at that point?
Because isn't the extra deck already super tight as it is and solved?
Yeah, I guess. In the extra deck, the only thing he's doing different is he's running one less Ferjit to run a Lambda, which I kind of hate. That was kind of the biggest reason that I stopped running this package in the deck, because like the Cat package plus the Zoo package is just broken. The issue is you have you don't have the extra deck space to accommodate like you have to cut down on one Ferjit, which is bad. I'd rather cut the Tiger Mortar and just not be able to go quite as hard in on the Zodiac things, because really all you use Tiger Mortar in this deck for most of the time is just to like the coolest thing I ever did was I summoned a Chakanine and used it to bring back a Borbo that had been killed, and then went into Tiger Mortar to give Borbo a material and then attack directly for 17 and then make a Zeus. It was a long story on why it got killed. Anyway, that was the coolest thing I ever did with it, but that's incredibly niche. Incredibly niche. That has come up exactly once for me. I'd rather cut the Tiger Mortar and keep the second Fergie, but that's just me. Okay, I'm sorry. I went a little hard in on that one.
No. That's perfect fine, because that was just a weird build.
I love it.
I know, right?
The side deck has 2 anti-spells, 2 Contact Seas, 3 Drolls, 2 Lightning Storm, 3 Nib, 3 Twin. Even the side deck is almost exactly what I was running. That's almost the exact... I had that exact side deck for a while. Wow, I guess I'm just ahead of my time. What can I say?
Apparently.
I guess I'm just ahead of the curve. That's unbelievable. Wow.
Okay, next up we have Ad Ignister's standard Ad Ignister deck. The only special thing is that he was running Rivalry of Warlords.
Yeah, 3 Achichi, 3 Ash, 1 Bururu, 1 Denmar, 1 Doyan, 3 Valor, 1 Gachiri, 1 Hayari, 3 Pakari.
Yep. And then the Dragon Link deck, standard Dragon Link. Except one thing. Somehow, this mad lad, this madman, has somehow reduced a little bit of his deck size. Just a little bit. So he can fit in 3 Rivalry of Warlords too.
That's a good card.
It's a great card. The only thing that I question about it is that he does run non-dragons in his extra. In Access Code, Appaloosa, and IP Masquerena, and Nightmare Unicorn.
Yeah. I guess he's probably still got plays there, right? Like, there's ways to Glint climb up into that stuff, right?
Yeah, but you also don't have to activate the Rivalry. You could just let it sit there on the board. You could set it, pass, and if your opponent outs the non-dragon, you just kind of shrug, flip Rivalry, it gives you a backup.
Right.
For instance, they activate Dark Ruler no more on your, if you have your board, Borlode Savage, Appaloosa, blah, 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 and your opponent, Dark Rulers, you can just shrug, flip
go up into IP Masquerena, which is a Cyburst, then go up into Unicorn, which is a Fiend, and then go up into Access Code, which is Cyburst also. So you'll never have 2 of the same on the board.
Well, no. Rivalry, you're thinking of TC Boo. Rivalry is all the same. No, so like what I'm saying is, if your opponent activates Dark Ruler no more, while your Appaloosa is negated anyway, flip Rivalry, declare, select Dragon, and just send it to the graveyard.
Yeah, I don't know, that's weird. He's running 3 Cycle Reader in the side, which is cool, though.
Yeah. Other than that, it's pretty bog standard outside of him only running 1 copy of Chamber, which I guess tidying lets him recycle the same one over and over again.
Yeah.
So, it is what it is.
The next list is gross. Can we not?
I don't even want to... let's just not.
Yeah, I don't even want to talk about this, man. I don't want people to know that
Eugene, you did those people dirty.
Yeah, Eugene.
Guy's name is Eugene Bazamor. Do not pester him about this, but he knows what he did.
Okay, we're going to talk about it. We have to.
It's Final Countdown, people.
By Final Countdown, we mean it's Mystic Mine.
Mystic Mine with Final Countdown to force your opponent to...
I don't think that Final Countdown is the win con. I mean, it's a win con that you have.
Yeah, and it's most likely going to get you game 1, but then you'll know to expect it.
Yeah, so realistically, this is three D shifter, 2 Planet Pathfinder, 2 Silent Wabi in the main. That's all 7 of your monsters. And then you're running 1 Card of Demise, 1 Cauldron of the Old Man. This here burns your opponent. 1 Demise of the Land.
Well, Cauldron of the Old Man can either burn your opponent or gain you life points. It can do one or the other. Well, I mean, it could do both. But the thing is that also gives the ability to, well, I just need to gain 500 to win.
Got that flexibility. By the way, Demise of the Land probably just instant wins the game.
It certainly can.
When your opponent special summons a monster, activate a field spell from your deck.
Yep. Oh, also...
So just activate that. 3 Field Barrier to protect the...
Mystic Mine.
1 Final Countdown to win the game. 1 Left Arm Offering to go find stuff.
Mystic Mine to stun.
3 Mystic Mines. 3 MSTs. Interesting card. Can be used to out certain things. I guess it's quick play removal, which is cool.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know why it's necessarily the play here instead of Cosmic.
Because you have to pay 1,000 for Cosmic.
Oh, I guess there's situations in this particular deck where you don't want that.
Yeah, where that life point payment is big. But then there's also situations where you probably don't want to discard for Twin Twister.
Yeah, but then the rest of it's pretty normal.
Duality, Prosperity, 3 Prohibition, which is interesting, and a Terraforming.
No, Prohibition's pretty standard here. Okay. Once you find out what your opponent's playing, just lock them out of it. So the funny part is that the market price of this deck, $477.59.
Oh.
300 of that is Prosperity alone.
Yep. And
it's the only card in the entire deck over $10, except for Fossil Warrior
Skull Knight
in the extra deck, which is, I don't know. The extra deck can be mostly whatever you want. You can do see, this is 1 Clara and Rushika, the Ventrilla duo, 2 Intis, 2 Fossil Warrior Skull Knight, 1 Nightmare Phoenix, 1 Link Spider, 2 Link Karibo, 1 Omega, 1 Reaper, 1 Balanx, 1 Secure Gardener, 1 Fairjeet the Baron Blossom, 1 Wind Pegasus Agnister. Oh, and the traps are 3 Dark Bribe, 1 Metaverse, 3 Sound Judgment.
Man on Dark Bribe!
I mean, it works. I'm sure that there's a reason for everything in this extra deck. Because
I guarantee it.
The one Mystic Mind player that I've ever met in real life and dueled against, he showed me his extra deck, and there was legitimate thought process. It's all super obscure stuff, but it really is there. Side deck is 3 Amano Iwado, which is interesting. That's actually a main deck card in most Mystic Mind decks. Mm-hmm. 2 Cosmics, 3 Cursed Seal of the Forbidden Spell.
God, I haven't seen that card in forever.
It's a counter trap, and it's there to stop any lightning storms, dusters, things of that sort. 3 Dark Ruler, 2 Droll, 2 Dust, Heavy Storm Duster.
Well,
makes sense.
Well, with the Cursed Seal, there is one cool thing about it. Is that, let's say your opponent activates Lightning Storm, and you stop them with the Cursed Seal of the Forbidden Spell. Mm-hmm. They can't activate Lightning Storm for the rest of the duel.
Yeah.
It turns a Lightning Storm into a brick. It's hilarious.
Yeah. The next one is Sky Strikers. Nothing super interesting here. You're running 6 main deck hand traps, 3 Ash, 2 Veiler, 1 Ghost Spell. You're running 4 Sky Striker monsters, 3 Rare, 1 Rose. Call by 1 Mystic Mine, 1 Desires. Only 1 Desires is weird. 3 Prosperity. That's super weird considering how dependent you are on your extra deck.
Yeah.
1 Roto, 1 Set Rotation, 2 Areas, 0, 1 Afterburners, 1 Jamming Waves, 1 Eagle Booster, 1 Hornet Drones, 2 Shark Cannon, 3 Widow Anchor, 1 Multi-Roll, 1 Engage, 1 Terraforming. I think that's a pretty normal package. Widow Anchor is the best one that's not on the list anymore. Hornet Drones is good. Eagle Booster's alright. Jamming Waves, Afterburners, alright. Area 0 is good to have a field spell. Multi-roll and engage are broken. You have to run the max, which is 1.
Yep, for good reason.
Yeah. 2 Imperm, 2 Strike, 3
Strike.
3 Strike, 3 Torii. Torrential Tribute's amazing if you can run it.
Oh yeah, because in this deck, it's most commonly just, oh no, I lose my 1 monster I had on board.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Extra deck is 1 Access Code, 1 Nightmare Phoenix, 1 Ningirsu, the World Chalice Warrior, 3 Hayate, 3 Kagiri, 1 Kaina, 3 Shizuku, 2 Zeke. I'm assuming that he's running high numbers of everything. Like, I understand that you're supposed to run 3 Hate, 3 Kagiri, 3 Shiz, but like 2 Zeke is like a little extra. I feel like he's probably running maybe like 1 or 2 more here and there than he actually needs.
Just to,
for prosperity.
Yeah, for prosperity fodder.
Yeah, first thing he does with prosperity is probably go access code Phoenix Ningirsu, or maybe I don't know. I don't know exactly. I don't play Sky Strikers. I've only played against it a handful of times, but it seems to me like, sure, you have access code Talker to push for game if necessary, and you can go through Ningirsu to get there, but like realistically, it's not like super duper necessary. You can slowly grind your opponent out of resources the old fashioned way.
Yeah, exactly.
Side deck 3 more Cycle Reader. This seems to be common. 3 DDG. That's super interesting. I know you have some good experiences recently with Different Dimension Ground.
Yeah. Let's see. Looks like he's also got the 3rd Veiler in there too.
Yep, and the 2nd and 3rd Ghost Bells.
Yeah.
3 MST, which is... MST is specifically good in Strike Striker because of the ability to pop the Area 0.
Mm-hmm.
So, specifically, it's very good there. And 3 Twins, which is... They have to run, basically, to handle Tri Brigade.
Particularly Anti-Spell Fragrance and Imperial Order.
Yeah. Next is another Zoo Brigade list. Pretty standard. The extra deck is he's also running a one Lambda instead of a Ferrijit because he is also running the Gamma package. Other than the Gamma package and 3 Nibs, 3 Ash in the main, it's bog standard. 3 Revolt, 3 Imperms, no strikes. That's really interesting. So this list doesn't have the droplets. Side deck is 3 Twins. The IO is in the side deck. Big brain.
Ooh.
Or very small brain. I don't know. Maybe that's why he ended up top 16, not top 8. You know what I'm saying? 2 more Cycle Reader. People love this card. 3 Anti-Spell, 3 Droll, 3 Phantasme. I don't know. That's alright. I don't love that list. I'm sorry, I'm powering through because I want to get to we want to get to the next segment. And we did not. We're spending less time on like the top 16 lists than we did on like the first through fourth.
Oh yeah. Because at this point all the other decks are pretty bog standard except the Prank Kid deck. Because it's got an interesting side deck.
Does it?
Yes, it's got 2 Blizzard of all cards.
Oh yeah, no, this is weird. Okay. So let's start with the main deck.
Triple Ash, triple Droll, triple Ghost Spell,
Gamma package.
The Gamma package, triple Dropsies, triple Fansies, triple Amsies, 2 Roxys.
That's weird. I don't know.
I'm used to 3-3-3, like 3 down the down the line.
Because that's what it should be. Like, I don't know why you would be cutting names. Like, it's a 1-card starter deck. You run, you run 16 starters. You run 3 of each of the kids. You run 3 place and 1 terraforming. It's 16 stars. Why run the terraform? I guess the field spell is awesome and all, but like I would almost rather just run the extra rocks. Yeah.
Let's see. He's also running Call by the Grave, triple Droplet, Instant Fusion, triple Pandemonium, triple place, 1 pranks, 1 terraforming, and then Imperm, Skill Drain, triple Solemn Strike, triple Imperm, Skill Drain.
Yeah.
Extra deck is your standard access code. Oswa the Earth Charmer, Nightmare Unicorn, Cyframe Lord Omega, 1 Battle Butler, 1 Bow Wow Bark, 1 Doodle Doodle Doo, 3 Doodle Doodle Doo, my bad, triple Doodle Doo, triple Chicken, triple Cat, 1 Rocket Ride, Weather Washer, and a Totally Awesome.
Yep, that's pretty normal.
For the side deck, he's got the Double Blizzard, which is a really cool card. Which is target a face-up spell your opponent controls, negate it, and all spells on the field with the same name.
It's a quick effect.
Yeah, it's a quick spell, quick play. If this targeted card would be sent to the graveyard, it's added to their hand instead.
Okay.
I don't know what would you negate with that? Like
for Blizzard?
Yeah. Well, never mind, because that does stop any spell-based deck, because especially if you hit their quick, like let's say you hit their engage, Sky Striker engage, it gets negated, and then instead of going to grave, it goes back to their hand. They get it back, but they can't activate it that turn anyway.
Yeah.
It's not great.
Why can't they activate it that turn?
Because Blizzard says that...
Oh, this turn to get the activated. Oh, okay, yeah.
And all spells on the field with the same original name.
I guess it's alright.
Yeah. I mean,
it's good against exactly engage. Because it keeps them from replaying at the same turn.
I mean, you could also use it to hit reinforcement of the army and just keep them off of the Sky Strikers altogether.
Yeah.
But then you also have to be entirely sure that they don't already have one in hand or are trying to bait something.
I guess it would also work with some of the Ad Ignister cards.
Yeah. It works with field spells.
That's true.
Yeah. So that would stop the Ad Ignister field spell from searching. I
don't know. I guess it's got its usages.
Yeah, it's got some very niche usages, but we're in such a spell light meta right now that
I don't know how good it actually is.
And then Pank, triple Gamma Seal, triple Nib, triple Judgment, triple Twister.
Yeah. Next is another Virtual World list. I'm gonna be really honest here. It's Virtual World: 3 Lily, 3 Lulu, 3 Lao Lao, 3 Gigi, 2 Nian Nian, 3 Ash, 3 Nib. It's Virtual World, guys.
Yeah, it's just your bog standard. It's actually, this is literally standard Virtual World.
Yeah, 3 Kowloon, 3 King Long, 2 Talents, 3 Desires, 1 E-Telly, 1 Called By. 1 IO, I guess, is kind of interesting because they run a lot of spells, but it's still just a blowout, so you kind of have to. 3 Imperm, 3 Chuche, 3 Jean, or 2 Chuche, 1 Jeanwu, which I think is actually normal. This guy's running the Invoke Kaliga, Money My Dragon build, Red Eyes Dark Dragoon. He's also running the Break Sword. Here's Zolkeen.
Vermilion Dragon Meg.
1
Jui, Shin Shin, and Fan Fan. His side deck is triple Contact C, triple Droll, triple Skullmeister, triple Judgment, and triple Twin Twister. Just a bunch of hand traps.
It's Virtual World, guys.
Yeah, it's standard Virtual World. And then at the very bottom is Dogmatica Invoke Shadal. Just standard.
Yup.
Just your bog standard stuff. He cited the Super Polys.
I mean, that's the thing. He literally was like, you know what? It's cool and all. It's not even good, though. He's not even running the Despia package. Not a single Despia card.
Yeah. So, like, the Super Poly on the side is actually fairly smart. Because right now, like, the biggest deck right now is Tri Brigade, which runs fire which primarily runs fire and earth.
Mostly, and a couple of wins.
Yeah, like they have like 2 dark targets.
Right. No, 1. Exactly 1 in the whole deck.
Access code.
Oh, okay, 2. You're right. Shurag is dark, so Shurag and access code.
Yeah, and Unicorn if they're running that for some reason. But it's not like unless you're trying to make Shekinaga, it's not good.
Yeah.
Or Grista, Shekinaga or Grista, either one works. Or Purgatrio. And then Drytron are all light.
Right.
It's literally the entire deck is pretty much just straight up light. I think they run... No, never mind. I don't think they run a single non-light monster.
A single light monster?
But no, like a single monster that isn't light.
For what deck?
Drytron.
Yeah, I think every card in the deck is light except for
hand traps, obviously.
Hand traps and a couple of extra deck cards.
Yeah.
All the important cards are light.
Yeah. Let's see what other decks are in the meta right now. Prank Kids run the gambit of attributes, but they don't do dark or light.
Right.
It's fire, water, earth, and wind. Let's see. Dragon Link. Actually, yeah. Dragon Link's got a bunch of darks. You could steal their Borload Savage and make a Caliga. Yeah, that's about all I can think of. It's not great, but hey, it is what it is. So yeah, that was the Remote Duel Invitational. All the deck lists we have anyway.
Yeah, so that's most of the top 16. If you want those deck lists, you can find them. Actually, that's on through TCG Player, isn't it?
Yeah. Oh yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
Infinite.tcgplayer.com.
Yeah, and we'll leave the relevant link in the description below.
Yeah, no problem.
All right, let's take a quick ad break. All right. So the next thing we want to do is we wanted to do a quick breakdown of the cards that we believe are in biggest need of a reprint, whether it be from cards that just are really old cards that are relevant suddenly that need a reprint,
Because they haven't been reprinted in over a decade.
or ever, or cards that are very meta relevant, are very good for everybody to have, and they just are kind of more expensive than they probably should be for no particular reason other than it needs a reprint.
Oh, yeah.
So I want you to go first, Caleb. Let's give me your first one.
So I'm just gonna do mine in no particular order, starting with Nibiru, because that's the one I have pulled up right now. Yes, it has 3 printings from 3 different sets. However, one of them was from the 2019 Golden Sarcophagus tin, which is no longer in print.
Right.
Maximum Gold, which is no longer in print, as a
Right.
premium gold. And OTS Pack 14 as an ulti, which first off is an ulti and is no longer in print.
So if somebody wanted to go on TCG Player and buy the cheapest copy they could find, what are we looking at?
15.
And that's for the ugly gold.
That's for the premium gold one. If you wanted the secret, it's 16.
And if you want the ulti, it's like 250.
140.
Really? Are
Yeah.
they down that much?
Yeah.
Wow.
Give me 1 second. I'll look at lowest verified. Lowest verified is $140 on the dot.
Wow.
But then immediately follow that is 150, 160, 165. So about 140 to 180 in that general range.
All right. I think that this is an issue we're going to run into, which we're going to run into this issue with several of the cards on our list. You'll notice a recurring theme here. Hand traps are really kind of amazing right now. And as a result, they're kind of expensive. And as a result, they need a reprint.
Because for whatever reason, all of them, except like Skullmeister, have only ever been printed in really high rarities.
That's not true.
I said most of them, not all of them.
All of them have been reprinted in low rarities.
Well, depends on which ones. Because the lowest rarity on Ghost Spell would be the premium gold one, I think. Because it's had premium gold. It's had an ultra.
There's a dude ultra, but I mean,
yeah,
it was Dual Devastator. It was guaranteed.
Yeah, exactly.
So I think that's lowest rarity on that.
Yeah.
Ash Blossom has a structure at common.
Yeah, which is $20.
No. 17. Quit giving away things.
Anyway.
Okay, I'll just go into it. Mine was Ash Blossom. That's my first pick. It's lowest that you can find. All of our prices, by the way, are TCG lowest verified at time of recording. So your lowest verified for Ash Blossom is $17 for a structured at common.
Yeah.
Or $17.50 for, I think, the Dual Devastator Ultra.
Yeah, and
or
then
maybe
like
there's a super somewhere or something.
Yeah. And then like the premium gold ones are in there
18,
somewhere.
19 range.
Yeah,
Most of the ultras are in that 19, 20 range.
Like all except like the secrets are all around the $20 range.
Yeah.
And the secrets are upwards of 40, 45.
Pretty much. It's honestly unreasonable. No, the secret's a damaged copy is 45.
Yeah.
Like a crease all the way across the card.
Well, last time I looked at secret Ash Blossoms, that was like a year ago.
Oh yeah, no, near mint first eds are like over 100.
Okay. Like I said, I haven't looked at them in a year.
Yeah. So it's a problem, man. I understand that a lot of the hand traps that got reprints in last year's Gold Series, but we're at the point where it's out, like you said, it's already out of print, which those are the two.
Yeah,
those are the last 2 cards that we have on this list that were Gold Series reprinted. So
as far as I can remember,
right? But I mean, you've got Ash Blossom, you've got Nibiru, you've got Droll and Lockbird was in there.
Yep.
Ghost Bell was in there. There were a lot of good hand traps in there.
Actually, they had all the Ghost Girls. No, well, I was about to say they didn't have Ghost Mourner. I know they didn't have Ghost Mourner.
Right. They also didn't have.
I could have sworn they had Ghost Ogre.
They had Ghost Ogre.
Yeah.
They didn't have Ghost Reaper and Winter Cherries.
No, they did. I have one.
Oh, did they?
Yeah, my play set of Winter Cherries is gold.
What about Red something from the Underroot? Red Blossom from the Underroot or something?
I don't think she's a Ghost Girl.
She definitely is. Her only printing is Dual Devastator, though.
Yeah.
Red Blossoms from the Underroot. That's what it is.
I have no idea.
But the point is, all of these cards, like, are at some point, they are relevant, you know?
Yeah.
Like, Cherries is relevant, heavily relevant when you get into a Tier 0 format.
Oh yeah. Well, not even necessarily a Tier 0 format. It's
just one that's mirror match heavy.
Yeah. Or even a format where a lot of the same generic extra deck monsters are being run.
Right.
For instance, if let's say you were some lucky person who has 2 copies of access code, you could and your opponent has an access code, you could rip their access code out and make your own.
Or Appaloosa.
Yeah, or Appaloosa, IP Masquerena.
I mean, Tri-Brigade can do it with Sure Eggs.
Yeah, Tri-Brigade can hit the but again, that depends on, you have to know your opponents are also running the same kind of cards you are. But that's not what we're talking about. Right now we're talking about good old Ash Blossom. Listen, it's at a structured deck common reprint, and it's $17. It needs another structured deck common reprint, and then after that goes out of print, it'll be back up to $17 again.
It's the best, one of the best cards ever printed.
Oh, easily. Just, hey, you don't get to search.
Or summon.
Yeah, or summon from the... You just don't get to do anything. Listen, that card...
Don't take any cards out of your deck. Just don't.
Yeah. You don't get to touch... You know what? You're about to touch your deck? Don't.
All right. What's the second card on your list?
Gravedigger's Trap Hole. It's been printed exactly once as a secret.
Yeah, I think part of that is that it hasn't really had time to get a reprint yet.
Which is entirely fair.
It's actually going to go hand in hand with my next card, which is going to be kind of obvious to a lot of people as Access Code Talker.
Yeah. The reason why is because they both come out of the exact same set.
Right.
They're both secrets in the same set. Hasn't had a chance to get a reprint yet, so here's hoping they get a reprint soon.
Yeah, they were both out of Ignition Assault, which was an early last year set.
Yeah, like, what is Access Code at now? Like
117.
117.
What is Gravedigger's Trap Hole at?
Let's see. Right now, 20.
Yeah, and it's gone down a lot.
Yeah, it used to be like $30-$35. Because it's literally just no to your hand trap.
Right.
But it not only hits hand traps, it hits any monster effect that activates in hand, graveyard, or banish zone.
Right.
So if a monster has an effect that activates when it gets banished, you can negate. Not only do you negate it, you burn your opponent for 2,000, which is in time. That's important.
Right.
That's a lot of damage.
That's a whole lot of damage.
That's more than just normal summon attack can really do in return.
Yeah, it really is spectacular. So I think that the reason these haven't been reprinted yet is probably just Konami hasn't really had the product that they wanted to put it in yet. We just got a Lightning Storm reprint, which that's going to be in our honorable mentions, but I think that these will probably be both reprinted in the upcoming sets, Brothers of Legend, Gold Series,
the 10s,
etc. But until we have confirmation of that, we don't have any confirmation on any of these cards. Those two need a reprint.
Absolutely.
All right, what you got?
My next card is Pot of Extravagance. This would also count for Pot of Prosperity as well, but it's way too early for it to get a reprint.
It's only been out a few months.
Yeah. But with Pot
I want to say it came out in February, Blazing Vortex, which was like 6 months ago, which seems long enough to get a reprint, but in Yu-Gi-Oh! It's usually at least a year before a card gets a reprint.
Yeah, exactly. Unless it gets like an OTS pack reprint. But even then, that's usually because it's the ulti.
Yeah, and even then, the quickest we've really seen ultis is Forbidden Droplets. It's been a year. Yeah. If you look at a card like some OTS cards come as supers really fast within like a couple of months. Like Nerval and Drytron Zeta already have supers.
Yeah, but those were rarity bumps from common.
Right.
Yeah. So with Pot of Extravagance though, it's had 3 printings as a Prismatic Secret Rare in the 2020 10 Lost Memories. Remember, you are not guaranteed them. An Ultra in Toon Chaos, and a Secret in Savage Strike.
Right.
The cheapest copy is the Prismatic Secret at $31.
Yeesh.
The Toon Chaos Ultra is $31.50, and the original Secret is $35.
And the crazy part is that that's the budget option for players that can't afford Prosperity.
Because not every deck can run Desires.
Yeah, that's the budget option, which is...
And it's still 90... Well, to be fair, you could, with... if you're getting Pot of Prosperity Desires, you can either get one Prosperity or a playset of Desires, and it's the same price.
Right.
Give or take $1. Give or take a couple of dollars. But when you're talking about $100, it's an extra $5 isn't going to matter.
So, my next card is Scrap Chimera.
Oh my god.
So, this card was absolute obscurity. This card was like pennies on the dollar. I mean, we're talking... This card was literally like less than $1 for the longest.
Because, even back when it was printed, it immediately got printed into...
Super.
It was a super when it got printed, but upon printing, it was just immediately kind of obfuscated into obscurity.
Yeah, as soon as it got printed, it was just...
It just went into people's bulk.
Yeah, like, oh, this is just a random scrap card, and the scrap engine is really not that good.
Because at the
even
time...
when the scrap engine was at its best, it was still just, not great.
Yeah, because, at the time, the only scrap monsters people cared about was Scrap Dragon.
For a long time, yeah.
And that's because he's just a generic level 8, which is and his effect is target one card in your opponent's field, one card in your field, pop them both.
Yeah, and the scrap fridge for a long time was...
Yeah, scrap golem, yeah.
Scrap golem, that's what it was, yeah. It was an extender in some decks, I want to say, but still kind of a brick.
Yeah, and even then, it wasn't even used in a scrap method. But now with the advent of Scrap Raptor and dinosaurs, Chimera has come back, and people
with
a vengeance. And again, when people got Scrap Chimeras and with its one printing, they immediately toss it in their bulk. So near mint copies are
hard to find.
Very hard to find because, like I said, it's been sitting in people's bulk since 2008, 2009.
Duelist Genesis, I want to say.
Yeah,
it's Stardust set.
Yeah, so 2009.
So this card for the super rare copy for a near mint first ed, lowest verified is $50. Even the light play unlims are $45.
Oh yeah, it's expensive.
It is, but if you want to play that strategy, which is still a very good strategy, it's got a very, very high ceiling.
Oh yeah, I experienced that firsthand this past weekend.
Yeah, personally, I think that the deck is last format before the ban list, before Mist got limited. The format wasn't really solved yet, and that deck wasn't solved yet. But I think that was actually the best deck at the end of last format for 2 weeks.
Yeah, thinking back on it.
Yeah, the more you look back at that format, Dragon Link was great and all, but I really do think that Scrap Dino was probably the best deck at that time.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Just
people don't realize it because it got hit on that ban list, but if Konami didn't do something right then and there, we're just under Drytron Scrap Dino is all we have right now.
Oh yeah, and that's only because Drytron can actually put up a big enough negate board to stop them from playing.
Yeah, that deck was actually insane. If you go back and look at the boards that they could end on, that deck is ending on Dolka, Dweller, 3 negate Borreload Savage, and an Appaloosa. What do you do there?
All you can do is Dark Ruler no more. Please don't have back row.
It's insane.
That's literally all you can do. Yeah. Well, Raw Sphere mode.
Yeah, Raw Sphere mode would do it, but
get rid of everything but the Dweller.
Yeah. In my opinion, if you're in a format where you have to run Raw Sphere mode in your side deck, that's way too combo heavy.
One deck.
No, it would also work against
Drytron. Link. Yeah, Drytron and Dragon Link, but to a less extent than I'm just going to get rid of 3 negates.
Yeah, it's actually great against Drytron right now because you can get rid of
Herald of Ultimateness,
Masquerena, and their oh my goodness, what's the name of the rank? Beatrice. Yes. Yeah. You can get rid of Beatrice. So you get rid of Beatrice, Masquerena, Ultimateness, and they can't negate you with Ultimateness, obviously. They can't do anything with Masquerena.
Yep.
They can't go into a 3 negate Appaloosa at the end.
They can't chain it. Yep. They can't chain IP Masquerena's effect to it.
Right. But the thing is, even then, they still end with 2 negates in hand because they'll have 3 orange lights or like either 3 orange lights and a Herald of Diviner, or they'll have like 2 orange lights, 2 Diviners, whatever the ratio.
Yeah, they'll be able to then they'll still have 2 negates in hand to just stop you from doing anything, which is excessive.
Very. So, what's your next card?
Red Eyes Dark Dragoon. It's been printed once, almost a year ago, and is currently at about, let's see, lowest verified that is in English, $85.
Yeah, that's a whole lot of money for a Megaton card. If only it had been a promo, Konami.
Mm-hmm. You know, like they did years ago now.
I mean, yeah, like they did with Nibiru and Dark Ruler No More, Dimension Shifter.
Yep.
Cards that like are meta defining.
Yep, where you were guaranteed to get one.
Yeah, I hate that method.
I hate that you're not guaranteed. They're like, yeah, we're a pair of Yugi boomers, because back when, you know, we got 10s, you could look on the back and it told you what you were getting in the 10.
Right.
Plus some extra packs had random stuff in it. Like
Megatons didn't exist.
Yeah, exactly. But
that's a relatively new concept. Just
yeah.
a set that reprints everything. It was literally just at the time, whatever the 8 most highest priced cards were, you put 4 in one tin, 4 in the other, and then in the tin with those cards, you get like 4 or 5 unlimited packs.
Because they released a Volsar login Dolkatin, and the Dolkatin had Rescue Rabbit in it.
Yeah, and that was also the first reprint of Tour Guide.
Yeah, I think. Yeah, that was
and
also.
Maxi.
Yeah, that was all. Yeah.
Those 2012 collector tins were broken. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah. Like I got 3 of each. Oh my god, I was set card wise for a long time.
At least I think it had. Did it also have Zen mains in it?
Yeah, it did.
No, those tins were broken.
Yeah, if we're remembering correctly.
Wow.
Yeah, because I remember later they also released a Hanzo tin, which wasn't great. Ninja Grandmaster Hanzo, which wasn't very good, wasn't very good, but it was still worth the $20 because it had because of the 4 promos.
Right. Yeah. Those tins were all crazy.
Yeah.
The next card on my list is Resonant Insect / Doomdozer. Now, I know what you're saying. Sonny, you cheated. You were only supposed to do 1 card in each slot, but
I also had 2 cards. I also had 2 cards in a slot.
Right. These two go hand in hand. So Resident Insects are about $4, and it was a common from Duelist Alliance, and Doomdozer has like 8 printings, but none in the last 10 years, right? I say 8 printings. It has 8 like availabilities. It's got
an ulti.
Yeah, it's got a rare and an ulti from the same set.
Yeah.
It's got a one common from the second Gold Series 2.
Yeah. Gold Series 2008 for crying out loud. And then everything else was a bunch of rares.
Duelist League promos in different colors.
Yeah.
That's it. 5 different colors of Duelist League promos, an ulti, a rare, and a common. Yeah. That's it. That's all of Doomdozer's printings.
Yeah, all this
is like 10 years ago or more. So, as a result, the lowest near mint is the common at $16. There might be actually the rare, because I think the common doesn't have any near mints left.
Long story short, it needs reprinted.
Yeah, the lowest you can get light plays for like the $8 range, like $7 to $10, $8 somewhere in that range.
But for a light play, $8 is a lot.
I know. I had to find a heavy play in my bulk. It's bad. But the thing is, you need 3 Resonant Insect, and basically you need 1 Doomdozer to play the Bee Trooper deck.
Yeah. In its current form, anyway. We'll have to wait and see what stuff we get next.
Well, the thing is, I think Resonant Insect and Doomdozer are kind of mandatory, because Resonant Insect is like the super duper searcher.
Oh yeah, because I'll let you search for the Sting Lancer
and the Doomdozer.
Yeah, or Doomdozer.
And then you can activate Doomdozer, banish Resonant Insect, and get more cards.
Exactly.
Resonant Insect's broken, dude. It's super plus, and it's not once per turn.
Like if Bee Troopers get a name that pretty much functions as Doomdozer.
Okay, I'm just gonna read Resonance Insect.
Yeah, go for it.
If this card is sent from the field to the graveyard, You can add one level 5 or higher insect type monster from your deck to your hand. If this card is banished, you can send one insect type monster from your deck to the graveyard, except Resonance Insect. You know what it doesn't say anywhere on there?
Once per turn.
Once per turn. That is exactly correct. So, as a result, you can summon a scout buggy, summon another scout buggy, go into Inzektor Picofalania, activate Picofalania, discard a card, attach Resonance Insect. Then all you have to do is
link to an armor horn.
Yeah, if you can get another insect on board, which you absolutely can in this deck.
Yeah, well, because Picofalania can't equip anything to itself; it has to equip something to something else.
Okay, so you have to have another insect on board.
Yeah, but let's say
you already have the armor horn on board. Activate armor horn, summon the scout buggy, then link into Picofalania, then attach the Resonance Insect to the armor horn, link the Picofalania and the armor horn into the Invincible Atlas, and then you get a resonant insect search, and then you can banish stuff from your graveyard with Resonant Insect and summon the Doomdozer. It's broken.
It's ridiculous, and Doomdozer's beefy.
Yeah, he's big, and whenever he deals battle damage to your opponent, they mill a card from the top of their deck to the graveyard.
Which doesn't sound particularly good in and of itself.
But he's 2,800 attack.
But he's 2,800 attack.
He's big, and he's free, and then when you banish the Resonant Insect, you get another search.
Exactly.
Or he's just another link material. It's good.
Actually, Invincible Atlas and Doomdozer together is 7,800.
Yeah.
So
you just
you just need any other insect in your deck, and boom.
Okay.
Okay.
All right, I'm done ranting about
it. Moving on.
The bees. The bees are good, people.
My last card is Ghost Mourner Moonlit Chill. It's been printed exactly once.
Ian, guess what set?
Yeah. NNETCO.
Etco.
Good old Etco. All
three of the 10 cards on our list are Eternity Code.
Yeah. Let's see. The lowest listed price.
Same set as Gravedigger's Trap Hole and Access Code.
Access Code, yeah. Let's see. The lowest verified sell I see is $20.
Yeah, because it's still like the card's all right, but it was a secret from the set.
Yeah.
And a Starlight.
Oh yeah. So what she does is when your opponent special summons a monster face up, except during the damage step, you can discard this card, target one of those face up monsters, negate its effects till the end of this turn. Also, if that face up monster leaves the field this turn, its controller takes damage equal to its original attack.
Right.
So so let's say your opponent is in their main phase, and they normal summon a monster, and then let's just take your Scout Buggy thing. Normal summon, Scout Buggy, special Scout Buggy, Ghost Mourner on the Scout Buggy you just special summoned. If they link off that Scout Buggy, they lose. Because they'll burn.
If they don't have a way to gain life back, then yeah.
Yeah, if they don't have a way to gain life back or can't deal enough damage.
Right.
Like, don't knock the burn, but it's also basically, hey, you special summon a monster, negate. It's basically your 7th, 8th, and 9th copies of Imperm or Veiler.
Yeah, it's a good card.
Oh, yeah. Plus, the burn is just a little nice on top. The only issue is you can only do it on special summon monsters, but that's... Gee. Oh no, you can't use it against Flunderees.
Yeah. It seems good.
Oh, yeah. That's my whole thing behind it.
I mean, really... if they go into an armor horn.
Yeah, negate the armor horn, they don't get their second normal summon.
Mm-hmm. Or even, I guess you can't wait for them to use the normal summon, but still.
Well, no, because they activate the effect. You then get a chance to. They have to go activate effective armor horn to normal summon response, and you can Ghost Mourner Moonlight chill them there.
Right. All right, so the last card...
No, hold on. No, it has to be when they special summon that monster.
Okay. Well, my last card is Blackluster Soldier of Chaos. This card has, 3 printings. It has printings as an ultra rare, a ghost rare, and now an ultimate rare. I don't know why they hate us, but they do. No, I say that. It's a very cool card. It's not, a great card, but it's Why? Why is it always getting these reprints as ultis and ghosts? Like,
These super high rated prints, and even in the original set where it was an ultra, it was super short printed.
yeah, it was already over $100 as an ultra. Thanks, Legendary Duelists. I mean, this is the same set that has, and this really, you could put like 4 cards in this slot, because you could also put the same set that gave us this, gave us Soul Servants, which are $30 a piece.
Yeah.
What was the Magician's Souls? Those are like
Yeah.
over $100 a piece. The same time that this came out, the other Legendary Duelist Season 3 set, you also got Malicious Bane and a Dusted Gold.
Yeah, which Dusted Gold, I think, is up to $200 now.
3.
My bad. $300.
Yeah,
And Bane
Malicious Bane is like $170.
Yeah, because it's only ever been printed once, and if you're running heroes, you need those. You have to run them.
You need one of each. You just need one. But the problem is, it was short printed into the dirt. It was short printed into the core of the earth.
Oh, yeah, no, like you'd buy a case of that and get one.
No, you might not get one at all.
Oh, no, no.
It
Yeah,
was
yeah,
so
exactly.
shorted, you probably don't get one of either if you buy an entire case.
Oh, yeah, no, like I was saying that, like, if you got a case, you might get one or the other.
Yeah,
You
not one
might.
of each.
There's also a
Yeah.
chance you'd get neither.
Yeah, it was
Very high chance.
bad.
It was I'm just like, that's ridiculous. That those cards also need reprints. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Like that one could literally serve as like 4 different ones, 4 or 5 or 6 different ones. But honorable mentions, I do have Magician's Souls as one of my honorable mentions, as well as Triple Tactics Talent.
Yeah.
That card does need a reprint. I just didn't have the space on my list for it.
Yeah. You know, I was also going to say Malicious Bane and a Dusted Gold, but
Yeah, I kind of got in there.
Yeah.
I would also say Metamorphosis and Trap Dust Shoot.
for different reasons.
Yeah, those need reprints for GOAT. So, and even Trap Dust Shoot even could use a reprint for the Plant Synchro 2011 format.
I mean, Delinquent Duo would also be a nice reprint.
Yeah, Delinquent Duo would be a killer reprint.
Yeah, because like right now, those are the 3 most expensive cards in GOAT as far as I know.
Pretty much, yeah. And you need them in most GOAT decks. So, yeah.
Especially Delinquent Duo is in every single GOAT deck. I only know of like one that didn't run, and they ran it in the side anyway.
Reasoning Gate doesn't run it.
Ah, I thought Reason Gate did run it.
No, there's no point running it in Reasoning Gate because your goal is not to win through advantage.
It's
Not in a traditional sense anyway. Like most GOAT decks, your goal is to out-resource your opponent in the long game, whereas Reasoning Gate wants to OTK you like immediately.
Yeah.
Like Reasoning Gate wants it to be done now.
Yeah. Speaking of GOAT, doesn't ETB do a lot of GOAT tournaments?
They do. So we want to send a big thank you to our sponsor, ETB Games in Alexandria, Louisiana.
And our continued sponsorship up to this point.
Absolutely. ETB Games is a wonderful locals. If you're anywhere near the Alexandria area, let us know. Hit us up in the Discord server. We'll be sure we can meet you there, hang out, play some matches, try to get a little tournament going. We try to have tournaments on Saturdays, but for sure once a month, including the next one on September the 11th. They always have a once a month. They always have a Yu-Gi-Oh tournament. Sometimes it's a case tournament. Sometimes it might be, prizes of Starlight. I know one time for GOAT tournament they did an Ulti Dekoichi. One time they did
super nice
some like PCR or PRC or something like that. Blue Eyes White Dragon. Yeah, some specific video game promo. I don't exactly know what it was.
I think that's the Dark Duelist Stories.
No. It was not a DDS Blue Eyes.
No. Dang.
No. It was. There was I think it's PRC 1.
Okay.
Yeah. It was a later printing, but it was another one. If there was a DDS Blue Eyes, everybody would have been there.
Oh, absolutely. But that's neither here nor there.
Right. So be sure to check out ETB Games in Alexandria, Louisiana. Their link will be in our description below, etbgames.com. You can also check them out on TCG Player. They're a wonderful place to get a hold of all of your trading card game needs.
This past weekend, I actually was able to get my 3rd super rare effect failure and my
3rd roll.
I had 3 effect failures, but I had 2 supers and a common.
And I got the entire B Trooper core.
Yeah. Great people up there.
Absolutely. So please be sure to check it out. Go through there. Give them some support if you pass through. Even if you just stop in, buy some sleeves, buy a box, whatever you just can swing at that time.
Buy some D&D stuff, some dice.
Absolutely. Whatever fits your fancy. So, thank you so much to our sponsors, ETB Games and Anchor. Be sure to thank you to our patrons. Oh my goodness. I almost forgot the patrons.
I was about to say, this is like our second episode doing this.
Yeah, no, this is wow. Oh my goodness, that would be
a crime.
That would have been a crime for sure.
And I was about to say, man, we got some patrons that need to be shouted out.
Yeah, I got to pull up the list real quick. Yeah.
Do forgive us. Like I said, it's our second episode doing this.
Right. So our current patrons are in the $1 tier. We have Mr. Jeremy. In the $5 tier, we have Mr. Adil. And in the $10 tier, we have Mr. Austin. Thank you so much, fellas, for being patrons for us for this month. Please be sure to check out our patron link in the description below. Those who are in our Patreon get an extra episode every week. Oh man, I don't know how much more you could ask for.
Mm-hmm. We've already had our first one go out.
Yep, it went out. So we're not for sure about the schedule yet. We might try Sunday, Tuesday, Friday.
We're still tinkering.
Yeah, this week it was Tuesday, Wednesday, Friday. But like Caleb said, we're tinkering. We got to figure out what day fits our schedule the best. Because honestly, it's getting kind of hectic, guys.
Yeah, it's rough, especially with Christmas coming up.
And managing a full-time job on top. It is. Yeah. It's tough. But our goal, like we said before with the Patreon, is to bring you the best possible content at the best possible quality at all times. We've already made our first goal, some new pop filters and some new soundboarding for the room to make it sound nice and crispy. So be sure to check that out. Be sure to check out our Discord. Again, I know you're tired of hearing this, but the link is in the description. Discord is a wonderful place. We do remote duels there all the time. We are always there hanging out with people. It is a wonderful little community. Be sure to follow us each on Twitter at Top Cut Podcast, at JamTheMan17, and at DatChumley. And I think that's it.
Yeah, that's about everything I can think of.
Be sure to tune in Tuesday for the next episode. Thanks for listening, everybody.
Take care, everybody.